This is Andy Arras, Immediate Past State Deputy of the State of Utah. In this video, we'll be looking at a way to electronically submit Form 100s with your smartphone. In this example, we'll be looking at new members, but the same process can be used for reactivations, transfers, and other needs. Before we start, let's make sure that as many as possible fields on the Form 100 are correctly and completely filled in. All the signatures are in place, and most importantly, everything is written clearly. The data entry folks at Supreme process hundreds of Form 100s every day. To make sure your form gets processed correctly, make sure that everything, with the exception of the signatures, is written clearly. All Form 100s from the degree should be included. If multiple councils participated in the degree, each will get credit for their candidates if their council number is entered here. When using your phone to send Form 100s, there are a number of programs you can use, all available on iTunes or the Play Store. I use FastScan for the Android platform, and that's what we'll be using today in this demonstration. Each of these programs works in roughly the same way. The first thing you should do is place the Form 100s you will be sending on a dark background. You'll see why in a minute. In your scanner app, click the camera icon. Place the lens of the phone over the middle of the Form 100. This is so the form will be as square, completely in focus, and as easy to read as possible. Fill the frame as much as you can and click the camera icon. Now you will see why the picture should be taken on a dark background. There are crop mark controls that appear after you take the picture. If you take the picture on a plain dark background, the Form 100 will automatically be cropped to the edge of the actual form, and the software will correct for off-angle shots. If you need to, drag a crop mark to a new position, then click the check mark. The color image becomes this beautiful black and white version of your Form 100. You can use the controls at the bottom of the screen to control the contrast, and this one at the top to rotate the image. Press the check mark, and then enter the file name of the PDF you want to save. Having a good file name is important. If you keep the default file name, how will the people at Supreme know what the form is when you send it to them? Name the document something like Council 12345, New Member, Form 103, 3/29/2019, if there are 3 Form 100s in the message you were sending. That way, Supreme will know who the document's from, what it contains, when the degree was, and how many forms are included. This is for your benefit in case any issues crop up. Now, you will need to add other Form 100s. The process is the same. Click the plus icon, take the picture. Crop if necessary, click the check icon, rotate if you need to, check mark, and then scan the remainder of the Form 100s in the same way. Now, you will have to send the document. Click the share icon at the top of the screen, then sharing. Select the email program you want to use and you are ready to go. Who do you send the Form 100s to? Well, Supreme, of course, at membership@kfc.org. Then, the Grand Knight, Financial Secretary, and the insurance agents for each council with a new member in the PDFs you just took pictures of, and the DD, and anyone else your jurisdiction wants you to include, like your council or state membership director, for example. Note that the subject line of the email is the title of your document. That's handy, and yet another reason to be descriptive when naming your file. Now, in the body of the email, include the details of the email again, the number of the Form 100s included, the councils the candidates came from, and a nice salutation for the person reading the email. Now press send. Your job is done. You will get a confirmation email from Supreme that your email was received. A couple of important points. You can send all new member transactions in the same PDF file, but please, if you have other types of transactions like transfers or reactivations, put each different type of transaction in a different PDF file. Next, to avoid multiple copies of one or more of the Form 100s getting to Supreme, which really messes things up, do one thing and don't do another. First, do designate one person to send all of the Form 100s at the same time immediately after the degree. Second, don't send hard copies of the forms to Supreme after you send them electronically. Address these do's and don'ts by writing "sent" on the Form 100s after the email is on its way to Supreme. That's all there is to it. Hope you get a lot out of this process and it makes life easier for you, and it will if you do this at the degree. If you have any suggestions on what else should be included in this video, drop me a line.